Hello everyone, welcome to Mr. Naylor's class. I'm Mr. Naylor, and today what we're going to do is we're going to graph and find the solution for a system of inequalities. Now again, remember, inequality means there's no equal sign. So when we have system of inequalities, we're going to have two or more inequalities that we're going to graph. We're going to shade the solution, and we're looking for where all the shades overlap. So let's take a look at these two inequalities that I have here. We are going to graph both of these. We're going to shade the solutions, and we are going to see where they overlap. I chose two different colors so we can kind of distinguish between the two graphs. Let's start with the green one right here. The green one, we're going to start with the y-intercept, -2. And then from there, we're going to plot the slope, which there's no number here next to x. So I'm going to put a 1, and then there's no number in the denominator, so I'm going to put a number 1 in the denominator also. So what I do is I, from here, go up 1 and over 1. Now this symbol right here, this inequality says that it's going to be a dashed or a dotted line. Okay, when you have these two symbols, they're dashed. So I am going to draw a dotted line through them. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to shade the solutions. The solutions are either above the line or they're below the line. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look and see what this says. This says y is greater than. If you're greater than, you're above. So I'm going to shade above this. All of these coordinates right here would make this one true. Now let's take a look at the red one. The red one, the y-intercept is +1. So I'm going to go up to +1 right here. And then there's no number written next to x. So I'm going to put a 1 there. There's no number in the denominator. I can also put a 1 there. And from there, I'm going to go down 1 and over 1 to the right. So down 1, over 1. Now the symbol is says y is less than or equal to, so that means I'm going to draw a solid line through that one. Now, do I want to shade above or below? This will tell me right here, y is less than. Well, if it's less than, it's below. So I'm going to shade below the red line right here. The solution to both of them is where both colors overlap. So I'm going to draw that in a darker color. I'm going to draw that in black. And you can see the red and the green both overlap right here. So this right here, this region, is the solution to both of these inequalities. You can choose any coordinate in this black region here, and it would make both of these two true at the same time. Let's take a look at another one. Let's take a look at two more inequalities that we're going to have to graph, and let's determine what the solution is. Let's say we have y is greater than or equal to -2x plus 1, and y is greater than x plus 2. So the green one here, the y-intercept is +1. I'm going to go up to +1. The slope, there's no number in the denominator. I'm going to put a 1 there. From that green point, I'm going to go down 2 and 1 to the right. It is a solid line because it's a symbol that looks like this. Now, do we shade above it or below it? If it's greater than, we're going to shade above, less than, below. Take a look. It says y is greater than or equal to, that means I shade above. All of these points here will make this green inequality true. Let's see about the red one. The red one, we're going to go up to positive 2 on the y-axis. And then from there, there's no number written next to x, so I'm going to put one number there and a number here. I go up 1 and 1 to the right. So this is a dashed or dotted line. So I'm going to draw a dashed line going through it. And do I shade above or below? This will tell me right here. It says y is greater than. Greater than, remember, means you shade above. Less than means you shade below. Now we're looking for where both colors overlap, where the green and the red overlap. And that you can see is right up here. I'm going to color that in black. This area, this region right here, any point you pick from that region will make the green one and the red one true at the same time. Now, I'm going to have you guys try one, and I'm going to do it too. Let's see if we come up with the same answer. So our first inequality is going to look like this. Y is greater than or equal to, let's say, negative 2/3 x plus 4. And then our red one, we'll say that we got y is less than 4x plus 1. You guys go ahead and try this, shade it. Shade the solution where they both overlap real dark. I'll try it too. Let's see if we get the same answer. Press the pause button. Try it. When you're done, press the play button. I'll do it. See if we got the same answer. Okay, here we go. Let's graph this green one. The green one, the y-intercept is positive 4. From there, I'm going to go down 2 and to the right 3. So down 2, over to the right 3. And is it a dotted line or a solid line? It looks like it's a solid line because it's one of these symbols here. So I'm going to draw a solid line through it. Next, I'm going to decide, do I shade above it or below it? Above, greater than. Below, less than. It says y is greater than or equal to. That means greater than or equal to above. Things that are greater than are higher. Up here. Now let's take a look at the red one. The red one, the y-intercept is 1. So I go up to positive 1 on the y-axis. And then from there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up 4 and then 1 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 to the right. Is it a dotted line or a solid line? This looks like this one. These are dashed or dotted lines here. So now I'm going to shade the solution set. Is it going to be above the red or below it? Now, if you're having a hard time determining if this, which one is above or below, then use a point not on the graph and test it. Like, for example, 5, 0. Okay, if you put 5, 0 right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you put 5, 0 in to the inequality, 5 is x and y is 0. If you put a 0 here, 4 times 5 plus 1. I put the 5 in for x, the 0 in for y. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 1 is 21. Is 0 less than 21? Yes, it is. So I would shade the side that the true points are on. But also it says y is less than. I can see that less than is down here. So I'm going to shade below the graph. Now, where does the green and the red overlap? You can see that region is right here. And what that means is all of these points right here that I'm shading black, they are solutions to both the red and the green. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel so you never miss another video, and please hit the thumbs up button so it reaches more people to watch these videos. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.